Your character is marking a new chapter in her life and has to find a new way of doing things and being. In some weird ways, your personal life sort of parallels that a little because we've gotten to know each other a little bit. When you look back from being in that car with all that uncertainty to now, what
Yeah.
do you think about like what's that journey been like?
Yeah, we've had a lot of offline conversations about, because we're good friends and we've had those conversations about like what my life has been like in the past year and a half. And there's been a lot of changes in my life and it's impacted my perception of self, the world, and how to go after what I want and in my relationships and all of that. Kind of going back to the first point of being raised in I guess what we'll say I would say from my experience, from your experience, from what you've told me, and please correct me if I'm wrong, and some friends of mine, in a household with immigrant parents, the messaging
Yes.
being, "Please go into something that's gonna be stable, that's going to give you a good life, that's going to, help you gain a home, give you some kind of idea of, like, professionalism." I don't, you know
Stability.
what I mean? Stability, yeah. We have that messaging, and I think I had to reframe what that messaging was, and in reflection of going back and being terrified of not going down that path, because I think a lot of the times when we hear about that and what's also told to us is like, well, what are those traditional careers? Those traditional careers would be what I did previously, which was do something in the financial sector, be an accountant, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be a dentist, those things that traditionally would pay quite a bit, that take a lot of work and are very admirable and put as high value in society for good reason, right? The messaging, though, when you shake it down from our parents, and I've had, luckily, the fortunate experience of being able to talk to my parents about this, because I think in a previous episode with you and I did mention that, sometimes we just need to have these conversations to clear up any misunderstandings with our parents, because that messaging was so imprinted on us that we had to follow this path in order to have a successful, happy life, that veering off from that path might lead in one that is not happy and successful. And in having that conversation, I said, well, I think what the messaging was, and what I've confirmed it to be, is that we want you to reach your potential. We want you to take life because life is hard, and we want you to have a good life, and we want you to reach your potential of a good life. And what does that look like? So that is what I think unconsciously has really driven me to make the choices I have. And choices are a funny thing. I've been thinking about this quite a bit because well, one, choices are iterations of actions that happen over and over and over again. But the choices that you make have to have a buy in of the people around you as well, don't they?